Hi, this is Adele Katsia, and I'm posting for the City Hill Divorce Support Life Group Facebook page. This is part 9 on our series of immigration. Specifically, we're talking from now on in terms of having a job in your destination country. Your attorney should advise you that it's going to be difficult to win a case if you don't have an offer of employment in your destination country. If you have a lot of money, it's not an issue. You'll have enough. I'm not so sure with a rand exchange, but anyway, if you have a lot of money, then it might be a little bit easier. But for me, it was a case of I needed a job and I needed to be able to prove to the court that I would be able to maintain Olivia in the foreign country without any maintenance. And so what I'm going to go through is the things that you need to do in order to get that job. I didn't have a job opportunity at the beginning of my divorce, and that's why it took me a year, other than gathering all the information, because it's quite a big file and it takes time to research all the different areas that I've spoken to in section 1 to 8 of this, So I needed to have a job and I needed to position myself in that, which included things that I needed to do in my career. I needed to be known at an international level, and so I had to get involved in international projects and I had to build a portfolio that I could then present to a prospective employer. I wasn't headhunted, I hunted down the job opportunity myself. So I went for that, and I literally had built up a portfolio. I had it on DVDs that I could send them, but as a letter of introduction, I approached the company and said, these are my plans. I would love to come and live in Canada. I would love to work for your organization, and these are my skills. Can I please send them to you? And they said, okay. It helped that I knew some of the people within that business as well. And so it was they introduced me to the HR department, and they entertained my submitting my application through to them. I sent my portfolio and my resume through to them, and they then looked at it and said, okay, great, we like what we see, but you will need to come up for an interview. So I duly flew up to Toronto, and I spent a week there and went through an interview process for about 3 days. And after landing back in South Africa, they phoned and said, great, you've got the job, when can you be here? And so from that, I was ecstatic, because I actually had achieved something that I'd been working towards for 20 years, and I now had what my attorney needed. I had an opportunity, I had a job offer, and I had it in writing. Then comes the application process, and this is quite involved, because you need an agency to help you. Once you've got that letter of employment, you need to also show to the court that you've gone through the immigration process, that you're not going to still get to it. And so there's a labor market opinion that you need. If you're going to get a job in another country, and in order to get your immigration visa or your permanent residence visa in that country, they need to do a labor market opinion. And the company really stepped up, because it's quite a laborious process. They had to prove to the Canadian authorities that I was the appropriate person to employ for the position. And in order to do that, they had to do a recruiting process in Toronto, and in the whole province, and interview people, and then go through this process of eliminating everybody else as to why I was. We went through that process, we got the labor market opinion, and I was able to put that in the court file to say, the company really, really wants me and not just some other Canadian. And through all the application forms, I had to submit my schedule of background, the economic classes, federal application, and they even go back into your into your heritage. And so I had to put in my mother's details, my father's details, all family information, that I was using a representative to do the documents, that I'd paid, that I was proficient in English, and that I had a degree. And I'm way over my time for today. We'll carry on tomorrow.